Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about Arrow Season 3, Episode 6, Guilty. So who is the guilty one in this episode? It's funny because the guilty title can be about a few different people. It could be about Roy, because he's being guilty or he's being suspected of being guilty for killing Sarah. And then we got Ted Grant, aka Wildcat, Laurel's trainer, who is guilty of committing some crimes right now because of his past. And what did I think of this episode? First of all, let's start with Wildcat, Ted Grant. I wasn't too impressed when this character was first introduced a couple of episodes back, and I gotta admit, I thought he was pretty cool in this episode. I liked his backstory with his partner during his vigilante days, and how that was a reflection on Oliver and Roy in a lot of ways. And I'm hoping that we'll see him maybe don his Wildcat vigilante persona hopefully soon. Who knows? I have a feeling we will eventually see him in the Wildcat suit. I just have a good feeling about it. And yeah, I thought he was pretty cool in this episode. I enjoyed him. I actually thought Laurel was actually enjoyable in this episode, which is funny because for the last couple of episodes, except for the premiere of this season, the premiere of the season, I actually enjoyed Laurel. I don't remember if I enjoyed her in the second episode, but then after the second episode, I was starting to get annoyed by her, and now, funny enough, today, I'm not annoyed with her. This is like, I really hope she's learning something this season, because I feel like when she learns something, the next episode she's back to square one at being an idiot. And this episode, I really enjoyed her. I thought she was doing really well. She was really serving a purpose in the episode. I'm not going to be one of those people that is going to hate on Laurel just for the sake of hating on Laurel. I can admit when I'm enjoying the character. And today I was enjoying her purpose on the episode. I thought she was doing some interesting, good stuff here. Not interesting, but she was serving her purpose, like I said. I like that, she stood up to Oliver, and Oliver put her in her place, because we know that she's wrong, and she seemed like accepted it a little bit. So, and I'm glad she didn't. I thought when Roy told her that he killed Sarah, I thought she was gonna like strangle him or something. I seriously did, and I'm glad she didn't go that far this time. Probably because, Roy is a close ally to everybody, so it's like you can't just run out there and kill him. He's not like Komodo where, that guy, who knows who he is, so I'm gonna just go kill him. I'm glad she was reasonable in this episode and didn't just, even though she wanted to, you could tell she really wanted to do something bad to Roy. But thankfully Oliver had his head in the game and convinced her not to. So hopefully, I really want Laurel to progress nicely in this season, because especially after a certain picture was revealed today. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna tell you, there is a picture floating around with Katie Cassidy in a Black Canary costume. So, whatever happens, happens. Let's just hope whatever happens, let's hope from this episode onward, it turns out to be good, because I enjoyed Laurel in this episode. I thought she was pretty good. So hopefully they continue doing whatever they did in this episode. But make her not repeat the mistakes that she's been doing. And please, have her tell her father already about Sarah. I think this is unfair right now. But maybe the writers have a plan there. Maybe they're just waiting for more drama to unfold. Who knows? But we'll see. So now let's get to Roy. Roy, in this episode, we were revealed last week that, he might have killed Sarah, and we find out in this episode that he didn't. So thank God on that. It would have been interesting if Roy had killed Sarah, if the dreams were true, and we found out that holy cow, holy shit, Roy killed Sarah. I'm kind of glad they didn't go that way, because I like Roy. I think Roy's a cool character, and I don't want to see something bad happen to the character, especially this season. Ever since now that he's part of the team, I feel like this has made the character better, in my opinion. It's definitely like a Batman and Robin sort of vibe. Not the bad Batman and Robin with George Clooney. This feels like what Batman and Robin should have been. If they made an updated version of Robin on the big screen, I would want him to be more like how Roy is now. Just a cool member of the team who's has his head straight in the game and just follows the orders. But he's looked at more of an equal member for Oliver. Oliver's the leader. He takes orders from Oliver, but he's also his own man, and he understands what Oliver can teach him. And that's why it was a really good ending there, where Oliver helps him, shows him what he was actually what his visions were actually telling him. And I thought that was a nice little scene there at the end, for sure. It was a great. Roy had a great story in this episode, and I really enjoyed what was going on, and definitely can't wait to see what's going to happen with Roy next, now that he's feeling this guilt. Hopefully he won't linger on it too much, and hopefully he'll be back in the game next week. We'll see. Oliver, what can I say about Oliver? Stephen Amell is badass. I love him. He just knocks it out of the park all the time. He definitely has those Batman moments. I love it. Like when he interrogates people. You definitely get that Batman vibe. I don't know if that's... Obviously the writers and the producers have always stated that, Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy is a big influence on the show, and you can totally see it, not just with those moments with Oliver, but the show overall, because the stunts remind me a lot, especially the car chasing. Those car chases, man, Arrow has some of the best stunts on television. That's all I gotta say on that. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other things, guys, and I'm going to wrap this up, though, and I'm going to say I'm giving this episode a 10 out of 10. I've been struggling with it back and forth. Should I give it a 10 out of 10, or should I cut it back a bit and give it a 9 out of 10? But you know what? 10 out of 10. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say, and before I leave, the boxing glove arrow. The boxing glove arrow, man. We actually got to see the boxing glove arrow. I never thought when the show was created that we would actually see the boxing glove arrow. That was awesome. That seriously, the highlight of this episode was the boxing glove arrow. Not even Smallville went that far with the Green Arrow. They joked about the boxing glove arrow in Smallville, but they never went that far. They never went the distance. And Arrow is now freaking awesome because they actually introduced the boxing glove arrow, and it was the right moment too. Perfect timing. Great episode. Great, Easter eggs. Great everything in this episode. This episode was just a great episode all around. Definitely one of my all-time favorites of the series. And man, can't wait, man. Can't wait. Let's hope for more episodes like this, please, guys. So until next week, I can't wait. Let's hope to see that boxing glove arrow again. I hope. Maybe that boxing glove, gave Oliver some good ideas. We'll see.